I think the district that comes to mind is Richmond, Virginia. And Dr. Sade Harris was one of my former students, is the chief engagement officer for the district. And they, like so many other districts recently, post-pandemic, were experiencing double-digit chronic absenteeism rates. And some of their schools we're looking at 40% chronic absenteeism rates. And so what Sade did is she took the dual capacity building framework and she used that as the foundation for the strategies that she then created to try to reduce the chronic absenteeism problem that they were having in Richmond. So for example, she, instead of having absenteeism officers show up at people's homes and say, listen, your child's not in school, you're going to be facing, some sort of, penalty, um, which was involved with the law, uh, and it's going to be bad for you, bad for your child. So very negative messages. What she did was she changed that position to family liaisons. And many of these people were community-based liaisons, community people that everybody in the neighborhood knew, that people had relationships with. And instead of coming at the chronic absenteeism problem from a more punitive stance, she switched that to a more engagement stance. The mindset is, this is an engagement problem, that somehow or another families don't feel connected with us, or we don't feel connected with them. And so she created all these strategies where they reached out to families and said, gee, let's help you. Like, what's happening that your child is not in school? How can we be helpful? Some of it had to do with homelessness. Some of it had to do with, with work schedules and things like that. And so they worked with the families instead of doing things to the families. They work with the families and have seen incredible drops in their chronic absenteeism rates. Some schools that had double-digit absenteeism rates are down to single-digit. So I think that Richmond is a great example of how you use engagement as a strategy to reduce absenteeism.